About y'all elemental reads, now that I get to read on the United States, because that's kind of what I'm studying now. So y'all gonna see the cards and not my face. Um, I have some laid out. I'm doing so many things. I'm doing stuff around the house as well. But I wrote some stuff down for y'all. For the people that's interested, because not everybody interested in this. All right. I spilled water on my. All right. So it says Leo, the Leo energy. It says controlling certain individuals behind a veil using occult knowledge, family informants. Um, I put R, and then they had me cross it out, and it says family informants was a popular tactic. It says now they have to try to figure out how they can come up with an agreement or a settlement. But it said money is not acceptable. It says blood for time is the only thing that will be acceptable. Uh, at this time for what the United States has conjured up. This is the imminent change of power. So whatever this, they just they don't. I only get that they conjured up something, and of course whatever this thing or energy is does not accept money. Money is no good to it. So something has to be given. There's a tower in different ways, and the tower is just gonna hit globally as um, well as stages to it. Because first it's disappointment, and then it's a switch. So for it's like, all right, how do I explain this? Disappointment, then identification or authentication, um, and then it's options to go from there. So let's just say all the culprits are rounded up. I don't really know that process of who's going to be spared and who's not when it comes to people that's been doing whatever this is behind the scenes, because all their sacrifices got away. They've been got away. Um, Now I'm gonna use these cards, these United States cards. I want to see. I also want to see this in the chart because I'm trying to figure this out. Let me see. A cycle has been closed, so they can't use. They've exhausted whatever this Leo energy is that they've been using. It's completely exhausted. I told you I'm doing multiple things. I'll be right back. All right, sorry y'all. I'm doing things on a timer. All right, so we're gonna shuffle out these cards and see. This is really the. I can't call this an entity. They only saying they conjured up, which is a spirit. Um, so it won't allow me to use entity. So hold on. This is saying it's almost like they was using some type of control and they were stopping somebody that was studying. It's not somebody, it's a bunch of energies that's supposed to study occult knowledge and keeping them exclusive from it. All right. The timer's gonna go off in a minute, y'all. I'm helping my baby. Let's see. Internal breach. This card keeps popping up no matter what I do to shuffle the deck. It says not all in power serve the machine. Hidden among the halls of control are those who will not bow, who stand for truth, freedom, and the people they swore to protect. I feel like what I don't know what this is, but whatever it is, they must have. There are implants in whatever this higher infrastructure is not. I don't even know why that's brought up. This must be in some type of government building, I imagine. I mean, that makes sense. But anyway, whatever this is, whatever this is has been breached. I don't understand it. It keeps showing it. New World Order. This has to do with the New World Order. Okay. I mean, okay, a New World Order. A single governing body could, in theory, unify humanity, but when those at the top are corrupt, it unifies only their control. I get things about a mole, a leak, and all of that stuff. These people, if you operate behind a veil, I can't even say that because you operating behind a veil. This New World Order is not supposed to have any secret. It's not supposed to be secret, and it's not supposed to be exclusive. If you got secrecy and it's exclusive, it's people there that's not supposed to be there. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. You got people in government positions that don't belong there. I don't give a fuck who voted for them. What can I get on this? They saying wait for this, whatever this conjured up is. Do the now. When I did that thing on Pluto, I was saying Pluto wanted blood, and Pluto want the people that was sending people out for sacrifice. So whoever would normally be the sacrificer, or whoever sets this thing off where they recruit people to sacrifice, they want all the top people and everything. They want the whole pyramid. That's what I'm saying. They want the whole pyramid. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This is happening. It's happening right now as we speak too. So this tower is happening for anybody to outsource the energy. So it's like the government told, I don't know how these people learn this stuff and how they recruit it, but it was never supposed to go outside of whoever was doing it. So if two people was harvesting this energy or doing whatever this magic is, because this is just two handlers, they took stuff that they was getting to handle their target, and they lent that energy to other people and did it multiple times. So they took an energy that they was just doing in secret, which would have been kept secret, and they took that energy and they outsourced it and gave it to other people. That's how all of this stuff is happening. So anybody that outsource energy, and ain't just one couple, but I will say it's gonna be at least I picked up on two couples, but there are gonna be multiple couples that go down for this outsourcing this energy. So um I've given an example where people have other people's social security numbers and stuff like that. Identity theft basically is what it is. Everybody trying to go for the same target and pull off the same energy. Maybe they thought that if multiple sources was pulling from an energy, it would be taken out, but that's not the case. Everybody that pulled from this energy is being implicated. And that's where them indictments and things come in. Divine protection. So, like I said, y'all, this is just the same. It's just telling me the same thing. I'm gonna go on to whatever this I can't call it entity, conjured up thing. This energy, even if a bunch of people pull from it, they can't be touched. I hear decoy, but that's not the right word. I mean, decoy is fine, but it's like, what do you call it when you put something there, like a shiny object, and it's temptation. Yo, temptation is Scorpio. Temptation is Scorpio. Look but don't touch. All right, what is this conjured up? I'm gonna have to get other cards for this, y'all. It's something they trying to tell me about this as well. It's something about, in this card right here, it's saying it's interference with something coming online like it's supposed to. It's a certain, I don't know, frequency or something. Hold on. It's a certain frequency or something that's supposed to be online here, and it's not. It was supposed to come online at a certain time, is what I'm getting. Huh. I don't know. We'll figure it out, y'all. What is this conjured up? Why y'all say conjured and not entity? because something about speaking the truth. So it says, in a world where disinformation spreads faster than facts, even the truth seeker must move with care. Share only what you've examined, what you trust, and what you are willing to stand behind. I mean, this is basically saying something is or has been over the collective for sure. We can pinpoint the people close to us, but that's not going to matter because it's the actual machine. And now the machine got to clean it up because it's something big beyond their control. Like if they don't fix it, it's not something they can fix with money. So, but I still don't understand. It says spreading the truth. The entities would not spread the truth. What would entities do? Entities would just need it for money purposes. I mean, you would say gifts, but they really need it to bring things into 3D. But something conjured, I mean, in my mind, I might have to look up the definition. Something conjured. Oh, something conjured is something made up, is what they're saying. Something conjured. Hold on, y'all. I completely forgot about my timer. I'm gonna look up the definition when I get back. All right, y'all. I'm back. So I had time to think when I stepped away. My daughter wanted tuna fish. The other one wanted her ears cleaned. All right. So spreading the truth. So this talks about whatever this was conjured up, especially because this card says disinformation. When I left the table and went to go do those other things, they were saying whatever they conjured up is a belief. Whatever this belief is, this generating force. And then when I was standing there making a tuna fish, they reminded me of why I asked somebody why we got to put our right hand over our heart when we say the Pledge of Allegiance in school, but we raise the opposite hand when we go to court or something. Like if they want to swear on it, or in the military, they use the opposite hand, which don't make sense. They say place your right hand over your heart. I gotta do it for me. Place your right hand over your heart and say I pledge allegiance or something like that. And then they say the right hand ain't even fucking associated with the heart. It would be the left hand. That's why if something's going on with that, that's like fucking weird to me. But they say the opposite. Put your whatever hand on the Bible. Like fucking shit is they got it fucking. They are taking and inverting reality. That's basically what I'm saying. So we're living in an averted reality, and believing that what we witnessing, the 1% versus the 99%, that shit is a conjured belief. That is not true. They have no fucking power at all. The reason that they had power is because this was done behind a cloak. But everybody out in the world that don't have this occult knowledge that they've been keeping secret is living in an averted reality. You live in the opposite way of how you should be living, and it's forced upon you. So now let me read about this conjured energy, because the conjured energy, they just said is belief. Okay. Okay, it says conjure. Hold on. The etymology of conjure. What the fuck? Hold on, y'all. Because it said gateway timed out. I'm getting the weirdest thing. Error code 504. I'm going to read it from here because that was weird. I've never had that pop up before. It says conjure, etymology, the origin and meaning. It says summoned by a sacred name, invoke or by incantation or magic, invoke or conjure. It says in Latin it means to swear. Why can't I open this? There it is. Okay. See, ooh, it says it comes directly from the Latin, whatever this CONIURAR. It says to swear together, conspire, from assimilated from of com with and together. A law or oath. See. Well, this is interesting. I mean, it's more interesting for the government than it is for us. We ain't the ones that gonna get in trouble. They the one that got us living in a lie. Money just ain't gonna solve it. Because money, the people that's giving you the settlement or giving you the money is the people that have power. I don't give a fuck if they give you 10 billion gazillion dollars. They can make it. It's their stuff. It's man-made. So that doesn't give you the power that you think you have. It just lets you live another day in their world, their inverted reality. That's why I say you can't give money to whatever this is that's conjured up, because it's giving me a energy that's gaining force. Um, it's been gaining momentum since the beginning of time. So it's like a wave. I don't know how to explain that. It's like okay. It's giving me an energy like the rapture at one time though. So, and it's too hard to explain it to y'all. I'm trying to, but these are certain ones. Hold on, y'all, because this is about sacrificing children as well. Hmm. No, now what was I going to? Let me get another card off here. It says starting wars. So if this is a belief, they did they whatever this disinformation they it's supposed to start war. So basically, this is what it's telling me, y'all. I can only give y'all the downloads. I don't know how to try to break it down because it's too hard for me to break down. I just know what it means in my mind. But the wars that go on in this country is nothing that y'all think. They just need a quota for bloodshed. That's what they need. We not supposed to be living in division. That's like we not supposed to have one person think they better and all of that. Because see, what's happening is they have it's beings down here that have I don't want to say quotas to meet because that's not it. They down here they have to break what do you call it? They have to meet their missions, I guess. And depending upon what species you are, you got to break certain curses or you got to do whatever you were saying here to do. But a lot of them is corrupt. So it's like the time is up. They coming here to get certain things. It's just like whatever this is ain't gonna look like it normally would. Because it's no need for war. Let me go get some other cards so I can break it down even further and put it into whatever's coming out the book for y'all. Because this shit is like wow. Okay, so people have certain elements. They have certain things that they work with behind the scenes. Taurus is not here on the table. We've completed Taurus. We're in Gemini now. Okay. So I don't know. That's very, very significant when it comes to information, word of mouth. Um, they saying something about depending on local media as opposed to whatever's being fed. Fed things is gonna look a lot different, y'all. The way we get news is gonna be through each other. All right, I want to focus on this entity. They know certain people can't be sacrificed. Whatever they was trying to do behind the scenes can't be done. Okay, we already know that because they have the wrong people. Do they not know that they have? They look at Taurus is on the freaking bottom of this card. Taurus been halted. There's nothing that can be done. No money. It won't accept money, and no entity can be used. So take that off the board. Cannot be used. Somebody said, but it is already used. So what happens? I don't know because I don't conjure up stuff like that. I'm gonna say good luck. All right. What is this at the bottom of the deck? I'm not reading that, but whatever this is, that's what's at the bottom. Something about identification. I want this. First, I want to find out spreading the truth. What does spreading the truth mean? What does it mean about something that's conjured up when it comes to they made something up just so we would fight. But we've been fighting for a long time. It's not just talking about the current war. It's just always we got to fight for something. We ain't got to fight for shit. But the people behind the veil, they do got to fight for shit. It ain't us that's on the fucking line. We live in a averted reality. We ain't got shit to worry about. But goddamn if the government do. It's too late to make it look fair. TikTok is online, and they just showing me that TikTok online now anybody can have a channel, which is fine. But I believe, like I told my daughter, I believe that people should have a license to use the internet. I don't give a fuck who think what about it. I think that it should be just like a psych eval for anybody that's a servant, and it's got to be done on a regular because you can't be 93 years old and still in politics, and everybody can clearly see that you are vulnerable to whoever's in your ear. It's a psych evaluation for. I mean, mental health is important. It's not like, oh my goodness, you just persecute everybody. Mental health, we've been stressed the fuck out. Everybody needs it. They need it so we can get things in order, so we have the assistance that we need, so we take some of that stress off of us. So whatever the fuck, they want you to demonize every fucking thing, to think it's somebody else's fault. No, no, we done already had this internal breach that they keep coming out. So alrighty, what is the spreading the truth? That's what I want to know. Okay, the knockers. Spreading the truth. Somebody is waiting for somebody. This is a rat. Somebody is waiting for a rat. This rat is associated with the Leo energy. Somebody is waiting for a rat. Somebody is waiting to be ratted out. They set up some type of, I wouldn't call it, it's not a trap. What do you call it? They set up a trigger so they'll know. They set up some type of trap, but I don't know. This is a it's not a tripwire. Oh my god, it's just a alarm. Somebody set up an alarm for a rat. So whoever this rat is, they're trying to suppress the truth when it comes. It's the Leo energy. That doesn't it doesn't make it. It's just saying a handler. It's Leo energy. So whatever. I mean, Leo season about to roll right through. We'll figure it out. I mean, not that we need to. It says seven of knockers. I'm gonna give y'all the upright and the reverse because these cards I have not reversed. Some decks I just don't reverse. It says upright is persistence, powering through a project or through actual pain. So strength. All we had to do was be strong. So whatever this alarm system is one person is strong. It's not one person, but the collective will be stronger than the rats. So some energy is stronger and one energy is going to suffer because they're not as strong. That's how you're going to know. One is going to survive and one is not. Okay, let me turn off the ice machine, y'all. Fucking everything going on. Okay. All right, reversed. It says jealousy, resentment from those who are envious of you and your accomplishments. You may feel depleted, exhausted, and fed up with people. Okay. So I don't understand. I cannot identify with this being exhausted from telling the truth. Telling the truth feels so good. Nothing is supposed to be in secret. Let's get that established. There are supposed to be no secrets. Are there secrets? Absolutely. Secrets are not invisible. It's just that everybody don't know them. Secrets they're there, whether we know them or not. And it's time for those secrets to come out. So what's the problem? Like, you can disclose your own information and put yourself out there, or somebody else is going to do it for you. So it looks like it's people waiting in the wings to take certain people down. So they're going to use their own vices against them. Because just like they hate everybody and they hate on a group of somebody to hate them, that's kind of what it's like. Okay. It says the phenomena is cryptids appearing and either seeming aggressive or literally attacking. So whatever this disclosure, let's use the cryptids. Let's just get that out the way right now. We may see some things that have not been disclosed to us. Cryptids are beings that live here that are, let's just say, in the earth. Okay. And with the earth being it's purging so violently, their home is now to the point where, they coming out. So the same way the people in the Amazon came out because the rainforest, they don't really come out. You know what I mean? It's not to say that they can't come out, but if they come out and they asking for people to save the rainforest, That is an extremely rare event. On a 3D scale, for y'all that's not into all of this magic and all of this stuff going on behind the scenes, the animals are coming out and they're becoming more aggressive. So what is making the animals come out in the open more than they've ever came out before? But for some of us, we will have these sightings. Okay. So more animal attacks, because they need a place to stay. More animals staying near homes and things like that. And then you got cryptids. So it's certain places that cryptids is in, and it's gonna be a lot of sightings like South America, the Sao Paulo, um, Michigan. I'm trying to think of where else. Wherever Area 51 is, I think that's where the Skinwalker Ranch is. Okay, so it's not going to be localized to that spot. Now it's time for everything to be fully disclosed. They don't need the government to say that they can disclose it. It's just going to happen. All right, it says our Sasquatch is continuing her journey. She looks exhausted, and for a creature who is always on the move, this is saying something. Her back is hunched with effort as her knocking stick seems to weigh a ton in her hands. Overhead, Leo is starting to move on, allowing Sagittarius to take over. The moon is waxing again, and the UFOs are fading into the background, their work mostly done. Our Sasquatch passes a group of knocking sticks, six placed in a circle almost like a cage, while she holds the seventh. Yeah, I feel like I told y'all it's something like an alarm system. So its alarm system is some form of trap. It's definitely to trap somebody. They want to trap the the instigator, the person that's causing the problem. So this is perfect. Okay. It says, as I created this deck, I posted the paintings to Instagram and attracted new followers, many of whom were tarot readers. Some began criticizing my deck for being unconventional. I choose not to respond. This is the very essence of this card. Haters gonna hate. How can you convince your progress while ignoring their jealousy and their attacks? Yeah, who gives a fuck what nobody say at this point? Like, we see the world, right? Like I said before I read this, if you're trying to convince somebody of something that you've seen, nobody can. You can tell your story to people, especially testimony when it comes to y'all local families. Don't worry about how weird it is. Just put it out there. You're not saying that you're right or wrong. Put your shit out there. Put your shit out there. Don't worry about whether it's right or wrong. Put your shit out there. Whoever don't want to listen to you, that's the whole going back to that TikTok stuff. We're gonna have to. It's gonna be a weeding out process. It's gonna be a weeding out process. A lot of the stuff that I got proof for was coming from the actual people that I was reading for, and that was really for me. It wasn't. It was. I needed to know what was going on with myself. Like, how can I read outside of myself, but not a lot for myself? I can't. I can read other people, but not as much for myself. That was trippy because people would give me the confirmations, and then I started picking up on people that were passing, and they were celebrities. Picking up on people getting locked up that were celebrities. Picking up on natural disasters in real time where it was like crazy. And I still don't understand it to this day. But like my daughter said, a lot of stuff you're not supposed to understand because you're just a messenger. You are, all of us are messengers. So a lot of things will not make sense. So if you feel compelled to go out there and put something out, you can put it out for whatever public consumption. You know, everything will be weeded out. It'll be some things that's not true, some things that's happening 3 years later. Don't worry about that shit. So yeah, jealousy is a personal problem. Okay. So somebody, whatever these jealous energies are people that want to suppress the truth. They don't want the truth getting out there because they've conjured up something just to instigate stuff and cause division. This is the fucking problem. We're not supposed to be divided. Let's say that we all supposed to move the planet together. Okay. If we all supposed to move the planet together by coming into some type of unison to give up to buy us more time, how is division gonna help us? You mean to tell me it's half that want us to go and the other half don't want us to go? How about we not pay bills and we don't have to fight like cats and dogs where we share resources? It's just like shit like this don't make sense to me. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Shit is stupid. So somebody that's trying to trap another is gonna trap themselves. Now, that's what somebody conjured up a trap for themselves because they keep trying to suppress the truth. It's causing fucking bloodshed down here. It's causing natural fucking disasters. It's putting a huge target on their back. Now, what about this tower? The two of knockers. Let me see before I get into this book real quick. Oh, I gotta go get the battery. All right, y'all. Let me tell y'all what it's saying. This two of knockers, as soon as I got up, that's how it is. And when I get up, I get downloads. There are two people that outsource this energy. I'm picking up on two people. So this could be my story, but it's a blueprint for everybody's story. They get two people to put their power together, like I said in the reading, to get this energy. But this energy has not received an upgrade. So it takes out the people that combine their power just to find out that they never was gonna get what they was asking for. But they were saying there's two people that basically took this energy and quarantined it to stop the truth from coming out and suppressing the truth from a person that is an actual messenger. Whatever they supposed to do, whatever your power is, um, whether it's finances, that's getting finances to start like a community. It's a lot of stuff here. Stop you from going into a new relationship. These people are tasked to stop that, and we passed that point. So jealousy and hate is going to that's the thing that's going to kill a person because they can't stop. They can't stop because they already done hit so many lives that mm. It says two of knockers. It says upright, making headway, risk, committing to a course of action, courage, progress, generosity, and patience. The reverse is being risk adverse, forgetting to plan things out fully. That's this tower, y'all. It says the phenomenon, more clues that indicate a path or causeway, trooping fairies. It says our Sasquatch is at the top of a hill. It has gotten darker out, indicating that there are still unknowns. She is certain of her path. The saucer is closer, and Aries fills the sky. Hold on, y'all. Aries. So this is all fire, y'all. Because they said Leo was making way for Sagittarius, and now we got Aries. It says the saucer is closer, and Aries fills the sky. So this is talking about Aries, which we've already arrived in. But by the end of this retrograde, the new cycle is already y'all already in the new cycle. Excuse me, y'all already in a new cycle, but this new cycle is going to take these two quote unquote leaders out. They fake leaders. All leaders, okay? So it says she has two sticks in her hand and is flanked by two tall pines. Both represent the options she has. One is risk, one is safety. She stands at the edge of her forest home, preparing to leave her comfort zone. She has committed to an idea or venture, but she is starting to feel the slight pang of fear. So it's something about somebody coming out. Somebody's protection is widening, and whatever isolation or suppression that we've been put in since that 2020, now a lot of y'all will be integrating back into society, and this is what we need. This energy that they quarantine, that they thought would have to themselves until the target was taken out, actually is going to go back out into the community. That's what your job is, and you got the protection to do it. So it says, failing to plan ahead to fail. It says you've jumped in and you know your way, but do you know how to get there? As philosopher Alfred Korzybski, wow, Korzybski, I think the B is silent. Alfred Kors, Kors, Korzybski. I don't know. I'm sorry. Um, it says the map is not the territory. Ooh, that's okay. So I don't know who the philosopher name is, but the quote is that map is not the territory. These people don't know what the fuck to do. Whoever instigated this needs the target that they fucking quarantined and isolated. They need the fucking help because they don't know what to fucking do. They don't know what the next step is. Like I said, they didn't get the upgrade. They're not gonna get the upgrade, and the target don't want nothing to do with them. There's no backwards. This is forwards. No pass. Okay. No pass. They still got unresolved things. Who knows how that's going to turn out because that's irrelevant. But now it is time to pass the baton because we're going to be starting a new cycle with a lot of people. More questions, more disclosures, everything. Transparency, full transparency. That's uncomfortable for a lot of people. It says meditate. You know your idea or venture, but have you thought of all the details? If you're a big thinker, seeing only the big picture, work with someone who is detail oriented. So that's there. And let's see about the internal breach in the New World Order. I wonder what they're gonna do. Every time I see this, let me just hold this for a second. Because every time I look at this card, he's telling me that they got like they got intel on certain targets that's supposed to be this New World Order. Okay. It's almost like somebody didn't make it to the meeting, somebody didn't make it to a meeting, or something has been infiltrated and taken that intel to something, some secret group, not secret group, secret meeting. They've been receiving this energy from a source that is not divine. Well, they thought if they kept this energy offline, that everything would be okay. Ooh, your ass, is grass. Boy, energy don't lie, do it, y'all. This shit don't lie. Whew. They know. I know somebody here got to feel like it's fucking exploding. Something about a remote viewer. This remote viewer, for some of y'all, it is definitely in your family. I pick up on remote viewing all the time from different people, but this person right here, somebody could be even remote viewing from jail. They could work for an organization, but they remote viewing, still trying to, it's somebody trying to tap into whatever the secret meeting is and get the next step. You're not going to be able to do that. Like, come on now. Stop it. This person might be book smart, but like spirituality, trash. All right, it says the remote viewer, seeing into the unknown, ESP, manifesting one's future, the will. It says reverse, ignoring intuition, hiding from abilities, accepting fate. So I don't know, somebody is it's like they're using occult knowledge. They always was skilled in this, okay? But it's like they don't know anything beyond that, like what the purpose of it is. It's like somebody taking a gift and abusing it, like I said before. They're not using it for integrity. It's like, I don't know. It's almost like the person is half scared to work with anybody, but they steady tapping in. If you can do it, what make you think that people don't know that you're doing it? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, when the United States hire people, they're not, okay, you pluck a few out and you hire them. Don't you know it could be somebody over top of that? Like, this shit is fucking stupid to me. I'm sorry, y'all. I just, like, whoa, my mind be like, wow. Okay, it says, phenomenon, voices, EVPs, whispers, especially names and places, automatic writing. A lot of this stomach is, I don't know why I said that. That's the second brain. But anyway, a lot of this stuff is going to come online for a lot of y'all. And the only thing you can do is to practice it, especially something I picked up on, automatic writing. Automatic writing, when you write, it's just your hand is going to be pressed to the paper and it's going to start writing, scripting out things. It's not for you to make sense, because this can be scary, but I mean, I think we'll be past that, because some of y'all got gifts and y'all just need to write it down, because this is how they weaponize people's mind against them, have them think they're crazy, get them locked up in institutions and stuff like that. You could think one thing and you could be in fear, but you need to write it down, because that fear can be coming from outside of yourself. So you need to, it's a science project before yourself. Okay? You can always get help. You can go get help from a professional, but writing things down is very important. When you see numbers, when you see animals, when you see patterns, like I said, when you see animals starting to come into the environment, I pick up on all of that stuff. And I don't know what all of it means, but it's gonna be the norm. It's gonna be the norm. Not everybody will be able to remote view, but just know our abilities as a collective are coming online. And that's what's sparing us from sacrifice. This hidden knowledge, it's not exclusive. Everybody is supposed to have it. That's why these handlers play people close and have them think that the script is running off of whatever their reality, when in reality it's you. I've had people who say, "Oh, what you thinking? What you doing? What you think?" Like, what the fuck would you think? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you just come out of whatever you're thinking about and look at a person like that? Damn, why are you asking so many fucking questions? You shut the hell up and leave me alone. Aquarius and Virgo would understand that, because it's like, What? You think it's hot or cold outside? Go to the goddamn door. That's what I would do. I would go to the door and stick my leg out there and see what's going on. How do I look? I don't know. Go ask 10 people and see. Write down what they say. People that spiritually lazy still want to rely on other people. They external validation. It could be small external validation, or you just gotta be your own person. So practice with that. Voices, EVPs, whispers, especially names and places, automatic writing. When you get names and places, it was one person that I was working with that was getting people names, but these names was coming off of obituaries. And they would go look at these people online and to see that these people really died, how they died. A lot of the things that they was picking up on was from this deceased person. Not everybody specializes in the death part, like people passed over like me, because your mediumship can lie somewhere else. It could be finding um, uh, uh, missing people. All of this stuff, we all have this intelligence. It is no longer exclusive. That's why they trying to figure out something on the back end, which ain't none of our fucking business. We don't care. But your intuition is for you. When your stuff start coming online, when you clear, it's clear. Let me see. I think clear cognizant is when you know, and a lot of y'all don't know. When you don't know and you feel it to be true, you have to research it. Be like, Dave, something is pulling me to this state. Something is pulling me to this country. Study it and find out what it is. Oh, I like this culture. Oh, I like this art. I looked at this art and I'm being drawn into that. Automatic writing. Sometimes you just feel like writing. Sometimes you have to write things down to get them done. You have to do that. You have to make a to-do list every day. Clear audience, you start hearing things. And that's not say don't go get help, because everybody can hear from multiple things. Sometimes you have to clean your energy off. Like I said, they was keeping somebody offline, but whoever they was keeping offline, it's one thread that stays online. So because they didn't come online fully, that's what's bringing this tower down to earth. That's why it's about to be a lot of people that's in the wrong positions plucked off like this directly through their heart, so that this cycle is closed off completely and it can never be done again. No more secrecy, no behind the veil. Okay? All right, it says remote viewing was an experiment carried out by several militaries. Ours, Russia, and probably other countries as well. The U.S. experiments went under the code name Stargate Project. Ooh, now if y'all watch my video, I said that somebody tried to destroy a Stargate. When I say, God damn, you got to have some type of occult knowledge. Your ass is going to be ripped to shreds. Oh, oh my goodness. If it's one thing you don't play around, is you messing out there with gates and portals and stuff like that. That's how you get trapped between worlds. That's how you bring back ancient diseases into your 3D one. Oh, ain't no way I'll be playing in God's face like that. I'm just saying. Okay, experiments went under the code name Stargate Project. The remote viewer represents the self, the ego, but also more than that, it represents the individual coming into their own power and being able to harness their abilities, talents, even bending the elements to their will. Just because you can bend an element to your will, if it's not for the integrity or the greater good of all, I would use caution. I just wouldn't do it at all. So let's say times before I had the cards, I was getting things through my dream state. That's how I knew people was going in. And when I'm asleep, I won't go to sleep. I use Highland sleeping tabs, the non-habit forming, because I want to get sleep. I want to go to sleep and I want to have a nice rest. But when they start trying to suffocate me in a dream state and trying to unlock stuff, they've been jumping back and forth and back and forth. And they let me know, I say in 2020, it was 2019, they said that this person would be eclipsed out this month. They will be gone forever because they keep abusing it. So just because you can use it, these people have been using it for a while and they need it for money, but we passed that. Okay, so practice it, but don't abuse it, and you'll have plenty of reasons of why not to abuse it once you see all of these people start falling, because we look at them as we see them through rose-colored eyes, until rose-colored lenses, y'all know what the term is, until we see what's about to pop off. Then it's gonna be like, wow, I did not know that. It says a natural witch or magician, people born on Monday. Some people are just born a natural witch or magician. And sometimes they recruit these people. Other times they hide the person and somebody assumes your identity. A natural witch or magician. The remote viewer may have no idea what they are capable of. Mercury energy is very important with that. That's why Uranus and Gemini, I was mentioning it, because they're gonna knock out the fake one. Um, the when I say fake, it's not that they can't do it. They're going to take out the the ones that are not natural magicians and witches. They'll be taken out and exterminated permanently, or the ones that are natural and they abuse their authority. They just don't need them. You just no longer need it. That's I don't make the rules. This is universal law. It says a natural witch or magician. The remote viewer may have no idea what they are capable of and how strong their natural psychic abilities are. This is a person who should be careful what they wish for, especially if they wish harm upon another. Harm is likely to happen, so I'm very careful with that. My sister would do things where she would think in her mind, what if a deer hopped out in front of the car and a deer hop out in front of the car? And I don't know where she learned it, but these things she got she think of the most worst case scenario and the shit happened. And she'd be like, oh my goodness, I was just thinking of that. Hey, well, get a fucking control on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you in the fucking passenger seat. You're gonna be the first one to go. Like common sense, y'all. Common sense. Well, hey, whatever. None of my business. That's not my job, not my department. So just be careful, okay? Because it's gonna start happening extremely rapidly, y'all. The end of July, going through this Lionsgate portal, stuff gonna be manifesting fast. So if you think you look at your phone or you think something, listen, the time is lining up where it's gonna be jackpot. I mean, it's gonna be going off like ding, 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 ding. So raising your vibration is just important. Um, it says this can indicate. Oh, they hold on, y'all. I get so many downloads. So there was I believe it was a Facebook post that I put up, maybe Reddit, and I was saying be careful and I was talking about the Pisces retrograde and full moon. I'll try to find it for y'all. But I was saying be careful when you wish harm on another person because it will happen. Now for people, it's some people that can't be touched. They can wish all they want because they done ran out of wishes. They done ran out of wishes. They wished on the children. They wished on you and it can't be done. So if it can't be done on you, it can't be done on the children, and it's been done before. They wish you was gone, but it hit the mother, or it hit the father, or it hit one of their children. Now they like, what's next? I don't know, but they gonna tell us. You know what I'm saying through their own personal experience. All right, let me get back to this. This card can also indicate messages from the dead. Listen to them. They will guide you and prevent you from falling. If you would only listen to them, it says meditate. Are you accepting your fate or changing your destiny? You have the power to write your own future. Use it. What are they waiting for? Life is short. I feel like ever since I was a child, y'all, they've always been around me. I don't think I knew what it was. And you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know, and sometimes it can be scary. Now, I talked to a friend years ago about this, where she was saying I asked God to take it from me when I was about 12, but then it came back because it can be a delay because you're afraid because we had that time. But now your shit gonna cut on and it's gonna cut on strong. So you gotta start writing it down. You gotta start writing it down so you can make sense of it. Cause my stuff ain't gonna be your stuff. My 555 ain't gonna be your 555. My 777, my 222, my 144. It is not going to be the same for every person. You are going to have to document your stuff. You gotta do the work. And it's not saying you gotta sit down and chain yourself to no table, but you gotta do the work because it's gonna keep bothering the fuck out you. So I can feel the dead around me strong. And they around me for my protection. I don't bother them and they don't bother me. But have they been with me since I was a child? Absolutely. I done seen some freaky stuff. Like, what is that? You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't even think about it. I don't think about it. So this says the Three of Ghosts. Let me read this for y'all and then I'm going to flip this bottom deck open. And that. I'm going to flip all of these decks over. I just want to read y'all the card. Three of Ghosts. Somebody been playing with the dead. And I feel like they trying to tell y'all. It says Three of Ghosts. It says heartbreak, grief, and betrayal. So this is all about heartbreak, grief, and betrayal. So it might be ancestors and spirit guides, people that's been hurt, and they need somebody that's going to actually help them on this 3D realm to get justice. I want y'all to understand about the connection with the dead. They need somebody reliable because everybody they used before this just casted them out. And yeah, they pissed. But anyway, it says the reverse is healing, closure. The seeker is focused on self-care and moving forward. We understand that we all been hurt and betrayed, and we understand that hurt people, okay? We don't know the reason why hurt people, but we do understand one thing. They're hurt, which we would classify as, hey, is something wrong with you. This is why you do the things that you do. But you need to heal. So I heal for my children. You get what I'm saying? I don't want them to have the same hardships I do. But I want them to know it's okay to struggle, because struggling it helps build character. I want them to know that their emotions will never guide them wrong. Their body is going to tell them if they're in danger, because your body wants to stay alive. That's why you throw your arms out in front of you before you fall. Your body going to tell you. So your body can't say, oh, I would like you to leave the room. The reason I'm feeling nauseous is because that person over there sitting on the edge of the chair has a bad spirit on them. They have the energy of disappointment and anger and frustration. They're not going to tell you that. You fucking sit in that motor vehicles. Get up and move your fucking seat over to somewhere else. You're not going to be able to identify it. Just know that your body is saying, I'm uncomfortable in the time and space that you have me in. I don't like this food. It's going to protect you. It says the phenomenon, 3 spirits following you. Light 2 white candles can be votives, or even birthday candles to appease them, or they will continue. I'm not bothered by it, but some people might be. I don't know if y'all can use whatever that is. But anyway, it says 3 old tombstones. I feel like somebody got somebody around them haunting them, and they're going to keep haunting the fuck out them because until they get closure. So that's some type of spirits or whatever. It says 3 old tombstones stand alongside each other at the edge of a field. Are they family? So are they family? Before that, I also got another download where it's 3 people following somebody, because these 3 people was attacked by the same person and they doing the same thing. So we got a lot of people that sacrifice family members. Okay. It says, do they represent your ancestral spirits, or are they spirits who have been chosen to watch over you? Above, the constellation Libra points to the grave, points to 2 of the grave markers. 3 moths representing the dead in the underworld fly around the graves. Are these spirits in moth form? Spirits often appear as moths. The three of ghosts upright represents heartbreak, grief, and betrayal. The card encourages the seeker to face their pain and work through their emotions in order to heal and move on. All you got to do is love yourself, okay? A lot of people are going to want forgiveness the more you love yourself, because when they pull on your energy, you're not thinking about them. And this is not a bad thing. It's just like you are more self-focused. But how they take that and they perceive you quarantining yourself so you can get yourself together, a lot of us been betrayed in the most heinous ways. What we going to do? Sit back there in the pain and the sorrow with the people that did it? You know what I'm saying? Just love yourself and learn your lesson and move forward. Don't make it too complicated, because the shit is annoying. It says, do you have unfinished business with the dead? Did someone you know die and leave you with something you never got to say? It says, light the candle, see phenomenon, and speak your piece. So yeah, that could be relevant for some people. Let's see what's at the bottom. The Great Awakening. Ooh. So this is all of our spiritual abilities open up. You know what I mean? Take time, nurture yourself. Ground yourself. When it's too overwhelming, ground yourself. Find ways to ground yourself. Just go outside, stand on the ground with your feet. That's it. I like to sit my bottom down on the ground. That is beautiful. That's what I like to do. I like to give everything that I have to the earth so she can transmute it. The downside of that is when everybody is pouring into the earth, she got to purge. So, of course, it's going to be volcanoes and all of that stuff. It says, Great Awakening, a veil is lifting across the world, revealing truths that were once hidden. In plain sight, this is not a single moment, but a wave rising within individuals and rippling throughout the collective. And that's on spreading the truth. So they've been trying to conjure up this stuff to just specifically suppress the truth and truth tellers, truth speakers. That means that you have testimony. You may not have all of this crap going on that I got going on, but you might want to say, Aunt Annabelle, she used to inappropriately touch me, and I've had other people to mention that Aunt Annabelle was groping and touching on other children. So your testimony is true. It don't matter whether nobody believe you. What you saying is out there, and there could be proof. There could be more people that comes, or proof later on where that person implicate themselves. Just put it out there. You can make a channel and keep everything private. Make it private, and then when it comes out, you can post it. I see people that post back. They have old things that they posted, but they never put out that they did last year. So, all right, let's see what's under here. The Emperor. This energy is drying up. So whatever this is, this power and control. This ain't even associated with intuition. This is associated with uh this is personal motivations, but this is controlling the masses. So they use a group. This is a person that uses a group behind them to control. Somebody that has a bunch of gang stalkers. Somebody that has some type of power. And I don't know. I don't give a fuck. There's the Six of Cups. So they know that somebody's been identified. They've been trying to block that, but the more they block that, the more the world split apart because this person is living a double life. They not who they say they are, or the person that they got up there representing. Yeah, it's time to defend themselves. Hell yeah, they blocking messages from getting through from the ancestors that's supposed to talk. I'm just trying to tell y'all, this shit is fucking blowing me away, and I'm just done because we looping around. I keep saying the same thing over and over again. It is time, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. People gonna confess on their own because they cannot handle the weight of just being not getting rest, being stalked. Like I said, stalked in their sleep. When you close your eyes and you say, I'm going to sleep because my body's tired and spirit won't let you sleep, yeah, they're gonna be coming out the woodwork. Just be patient, integrate into society, okay? Because they're letting us out. Energetically, we being free, but not by the oppressors. We being freed by using our testimony and linking us with people with like minds, okay? And you ain't gotta be forced into it. You just go out, integrate yourself a little bit. When you feel like coming in, come in. You got to do nothing special. Your boundaries are set, and people that don't respect them will get plucked off faster than ever because it's like, I already dealt with this and I healed it. So you telling me you not cool with my boundaries? You gonna take offense because I want to spend time with myself? Yeah, people show their true colors. That's gonna be too easy. All right, thank you.